Presiden Komisaris PT Vale Indonesia Tbk, Deshnee Naido menyambut baik divestasi bersama Mind ID. Ia memaparkan PT Vale Indonesia akan terus meningkatkan produksi nikel dengan tetap memperhatikan aspek ESG. Ia juga optimis harga nikel akan terus membaik seiring dengan kebutuhan dunia akan nikel.
Yeah, so with Vale Canada, we knew after 2020 we'd have to do the second tranche of divestment. So this is the completion of the second tranche. We're very happy with the outcome because with Mind ID, Vale Canada now has a joint control model. And I think I'm also very happy with the work that the team has done in terms of getting the governance right, and also in terms of how we've actually structured this management team to deliver on the projects as well as the sustainability goals that PT Vale already has. Yeah, so remember the Vale projects today, we've got the Buka-bukaan project, that's an RKF. That in itself would unlock the downstream because we will produce, close to a final product. Similarly, on the Formula project, we have the JV with YU and Ford, and that project will produce, an intermediate product that will go into the downstream EVs. So what we are doing now is working with the partners, and then the partners in turn will work with the OEMs to enable the downstream. But it's very important that once you start to mine and beneficiate the nickel projects, the rest of it then becomes the responsibility of the OEMs to support as well. Yeah, so like most mining companies, together with the rest of Vale, Fabriani and her team have got the similar Scope 1 and Scope 2 emissions targets, and to be net zero by 2050. So that's on the carbon side. But if you look at the work that we're doing with our local communities, also the work that we're doing to make sure that we get the governance right, what we want to do in PT Vale is ensure that we have the best ESG so that this nickel tons differentiates from the rest of the industry. So I'm not sure how many of you have visited the project, but or visited one of our areas, as in Sarawaku. I am so proud of the water quality that we have in the region. So that's what Paluhut is talking about, and that's what we want to make sure that we continue and improve on with these projects going forward. Yeah, so the project's already approved, right? So the Buka-bukaan project and the Formula projects are already approved, and those projects will now be executed. As you would have seen, we've already had the groundbreaking for those projects, and both mining projects are currently in execution. So about 6 months ago, when most of these projects started to happen, we guided the market that we'll spend about $8 to $9 billion together with the partners' capital in Indonesia over the next decade. That's an incredible milestone to have reached.
What's your prediction?
So today, PT Vale Indonesia produces about 70,000 tons. Together with all of these projects, and over the next decade, we'll take this from 70 to over 300,000 tons of nickel units. That's quite a substantial growth. In fact, as part of the Vale portfolio, PT Vale will be the fastest growing nickel unit for the business. For the nickel price, well, listen, I've been in mining now for 25 years, okay? It's a very cyclical business, right? We all believe in the fundamentals that the world needs nickel. The world needs nickel for steel, the world needs nickel for high-value alloys, and the world needs nickel for EVs. If we didn't believe that, we wouldn't be in the business. So what's happening today is really linked to the macro environment, and the teams and I are very confident that the market will improve so that the supply can match the demand that we know is there.